All right, good. I'm here. Okay. Why is it not showing? It's showing here as waiting for Ngakatlukhulu. But I'm live. Why is it saying it's waiting for me here? Something is happening. Oh, I am here. I can see myself. Oh, that is good. I can see myself. Oh, that's good. Yes. Yes, Makhosi Nomatemba. Yes, I am live. I am back live. Yes, and talk to me. How have you guys been doing in your spiritual path? Okay, hey, this guy's business. I forget myself. How are the Mkulus and the Gogos? How have you been getting on in your spiritual path? And Makhosi Tariro, great to see you here. Yes, I had to redo this video again because in the other side, yeah, it was giving me the heebie-jeebies. I'm one of those people who love doing things like in order, right? If something changes, not everything, right? Not everything. I cannot be tamed in that way, but yes, but a lot of distractions, they can actually get my spirit to start feeling somehow. Anyway, talking to each other. Makhosi, the Abalozi people, and thank you for coming back on this other bit, from the other side to this bit. Yes. You know how it is like when we are connecting on air using the Western systems. That's what happens. But if we were connecting on air using the glossy lines, the glossy data, you'll see things will be flowing, right? We'll be beeping with each other. One beep after one beep, talking to each other nicely with no disruptions. But these other ones, they always give distractions on the side. Anyway, let's talk to each other. Well, Gogo, it is new. It's never easy. Let me just do this. Okay, live chat. Okay. Okay, Makhosi Debbie and Makhosi Meke. Okay, it's never easy. Sometimes it's very confusing in terms of dream interpretation. Yes. That is why we are here. So what is actually happening? What are you finding difficult? Remember, use me. When it comes to dream interpretation, I love that bit. Use me. You don't have to tell me about your dream. Just tell me what it is that is you're finding it difficult when you're looking into your dream. What are you finding difficult for you to interpret your ancestral or spiritual dreams? What are you finding difficult? Is it looking at the scenarios, looking at the people, looking at yourself? Or what is it that it's making you find interpreting dreams difficult? So we can talk to each other. Remember, this is where we use each other. This is where we use each other for good. When I'm saying use each other, I mean that spiritually. We are spiritually using each other. Me, because I like talking, I like having to explain things. You are using the fact that I love explaining things to make me explain things. We must always do that. It's an exchange. Okay. Okay, what is happening here? Wow, I love your headgear. Yes. I shall start selling these things. I shall start selling them. Yes, when you go to the beach, you see these things all over the place. You collect them and you just okay. I'm telling you my trick. What I've used here. I collected these shells and I used the shoelace. I put them together. Initially, I wanted to just put them around my neck, And then I started liking putting them on my head. The first time they were looking really beautiful, isn't it? Like this thing was like properly round. So I keep on adding. So I wanted it to be like a straight up that way, but since this we are talking about shells, they are never straight, isn't it? Some days they are like looking like it's messy. But yes, it is shells and a shoelace, and there they are on my head, and I love it. But if you want me to start stocking them and selling for you, I will do. But yes, I love them. Anyway, where were we? I was explaining to Tariro about my designs, headgear. Anyway, what's happening there? Makhosi's Paul, Makhosi. Remember that when we are there, the Mkulos and the Gogos, remember that I can see them on this spiritual life session. There are a lot of us. There are 11 physical living people. I guess it's 10 because even me, I'm watching myself here. There are 10 physical people watching and talking to me. And out of 10 people, physical people, and I'm not counting the ancestors in the background. If I add the ancestors, then we are talking about lots of people. Lots of people, right? So can you imagine those ancestors in the background and not using their spiritual thumbs, especially even when they're looking at my headgear? Come on, ancestors. I've done very well. Ancestors, spirits, and guides. I've done very well creating this beautiful headgear. But I can see, I do not see thumbs. Your thumbs are not operating as they're supposed to be operating. What is happening with your thumbs? Are we not in this together? Anyway, that's me saying that remember to use your thumbs for what they are meant to be useful. Encouragement thumbs. It's a pity that I keep on having to look at myself there. Anyway, Tariro was saying to Gozani Makhosi, okay, I do rituals that I do rituals that my ancestors tell me to, but when I ask them to explain, they never explain things, no matter how many times I ask. I'm not sure where I'm going wrong. How can I have them talk to me more instead of them just demanding me to do things for them? Okay, Tariro is continuing. Let me read and finish. Okay. How can I have them talk to me more instead of them just demanding me to do things for them? I now see that I'm getting more on the prayer side, so I have been focusing on praying more. What could be the reason why they can't explain things or just appear and talk to me? I don't even know their names. Okay, ancestor spirits and guides takes their time. Now let's talk about these ancestors. Yes, Marcus. Today I'm gonna be supporting you, Tariro, with your ancestors, because ancestors sometimes can be. Remember that on this session, I am not here to pretend that ancestors don't get it wrong sometimes. I know sometimes, especially when you come and you're asking me something and I can hear that there is a cry with the comment that you're living there. And I'll try to be like ancestors, you need to be patient. You need to don't be impatient with your ancestors. They will come through, they'll start, this and that. But sometimes ancestors, they do get it wrong. What do I mean by that? I'm saying that sometimes ancestors do get it wrong. Here is how. Sometimes they give us messages or they give us instructions telling us to do certain things. And we're following their order. And then they stop, continue. Therefore, leaving us, their descendant, wondering what went wrong. Right? So sometimes ancestors, they get it wrong. Even them in the spiritual side of things, they get it wrong. Now, as living people, we have to be to acknowledge that bit, because even us, the living people, we get it wrong, right? We get it wrong. Sometimes we're supposed to be doing something, and when in the process of doing it, we make mistakes, right? Now, but let's talk about rituals. Sometimes ancestors, they teach us about things in the dream state. They are not necessarily saying we should do them at that particular time. So when it comes to rituals, it's difficult for me to say that you were meant to do this, you were not meant to do this, because I don't know what they did or what they said, what kind of rituals they asked you to do, and what happened afterwards. Sometimes, yes, we will do the things that they are asking of us, but we won't see the benefits of what we have done immediately. We'll see the benefits later on, right? It takes time to see that what we have done has given us this bit of this progress, I guess, in our spiritual path. Sometimes we don't see that. So it's like they show you do this, you do it. They don't even come to say, oh, great, well done. They move on to the next thing. Because if you've been working with them for a long time, they expect that you know that when you finish doing something, you continue. There's no point them just saying along the way. You finish doing something, they're happy and stuff. It's like when people are excited and they're like, oh, congratulations, you finished that. Right? They don't have to do that all the time. So if you have been working with them, yes, they show you do rituals, you do it. You're meant to do it anyway. It is a ritual that's meant to be done, right? At a particular time when it's meant to be repeated as well, it is repeated. So they've taught you. So it is what, at least you've got that information. It is now a lesson that you've learned. You can use that ritual to help others as well, right? That is what ancestors are for. But sometimes, but we'll talk properly about these rituals that Tariro is talking about. Okay, okay. Where were we? I have to talk to. Okay. Okay. And Makhosi else, Makhosi. No matter my saying, sometimes I dream. Okay. Okay. I will explain this properly. Right? When it comes to rituals, remember that with rituals, certain things we do them so that we remember when we are doing them, we are reminded of something. We are reminded of what that ritual brings to us, what that rituals encourage us to remember, right? Or what that ritual is helping us, right? What that ritual is helping us, as in moving forward. We do certain things as well, rituals as well, as a matter of principle, so that people know that we do this. In order for us to get that, we have to start here. Ritual is like a standing, is a point where you stand, breathe, take it in, process everything that is about to be happening, and process what is expected out of what you're about to do, and then continue doing it. And then invite everyone understand why everyone who's doing it with you is whoever that is involved in the ritual that you're doing. You have to understand what is the reason for them being there and stuff like that. That alone, is educational for you, right? It's educational for you, right? As you stay thinking about what you're about to do, you are thinking about the reason why you do certain things, what you are expecting to get out of it as a person. I'm talking about rituals, the rituals that we do. Like me coming online on a live session, having to partner first to invite my ancestors. When I'm doing that rituals, as I take it in, I am asking that my ancestors be with me, so that I do not express myself in the wrong way. And when I do express myself in the wrong way that is not good for me and my ancestors, they stop me in the middle of me talking live, like what you've seen me doing, having a babe, so my ancestors can tell me that I have to explain myself properly, right? That is the rituals that I've done. So rituals are there for those reasons. So when they are telling you to do a ritual, around that time when they're showing you the ritual, that ritual will have come with the message that we do this ritual for this particular thing. We do this ritual for this particular thing. But sometimes they show us lots of rituals. Ancestors, especially if you're a healer, they teach us a lot of rituals that are supposed to be done. They are not necessarily saying that they have to be done at that particular moment when they are showing them to you. You have to learn when something is more of educational for you to know as a healer, as a traditional healer, for you to know, preserve, and something that it needs to be done at that particular moment, right? You have to separate. So as well, some rituals as well, they are being done so that when people are coming to us, we are able to tell them what is expected of them, the rituals that are expected of them, or the rituals that they are expected of us to do with them, right? So you have to be able to separate those two. I was explaining the rituals. All right. I'm not sure where I'm going wrong. Okay, I now see that I'm getting more on the, okay. And a lot of people with Isithunywa, if you are a Christian, as in Christian in real life, right? You are a Christian. Your Isithunywa will focus around that kind of belief. They'll push you around that side, because remember, Isithunywa is the gift that you're born with. So they will push you around that side. So if you feel that at that time you are opening that bit, your Isithunywa is opening in that way. So focus on it. Focus on Isithunywa while waiting for ancestors, because ancestors sometimes they can take a long time. They can take their time. So you might as well use your Isithunywa gift while waiting for ancestors to organize themselves in the spiritual realm. Don't get it wrong waiting around and expecting that everyone is going to be in it all at the same time. Oh, my ancestors have shown me this bit. My ancestors have shown me throwing bones. But why are my ancestors, I'm talking about divination bones, why are my ancestors not coming in to teach me about these divination bones? They've shown me these divination bones in the dream 6 months ago. So why are they not coming in? Why haven't they come to teach me about them? So how am I supposed to work with people with this? And as well, they haven't even come to talk to me. I haven't heard from them. So how am I going to actually even work? Now, focus on the one that is being, the one that is activating. So if you're not getting anything from ancestors, if your intuition with Isithunywa is properly working, use your Isithunywa. And then you use your ancestral things whenever they are ready. All right, that is Tariro with the prayers. Namata was saying, sometimes I dream of white people talking to me in English, then others talking Zulu. There is a belief that white people are sometimes a good omen and sometimes a bad omen. How do I differentiate? Okay, that is Nomatema. I guess depending on your association, depending on the association, ancestors can use certain people for different reasons, depending on your association. Now, if we were to use your language, Nomatemba, if we were to use your language and think about our history, yes, it can be seen in that the way that you're saying it, right? If we were to use our history, it can be looked in that way that you're looking at it. But a lot of us, we see white people, our spirits, especially the spirit that I'm talking about. My spirit is my Abalozi spirit uses white people in my dream. If there are no Zulus out there, white people will be used, especially if they want to show me. They want to show me the difference between the Western bit of things and the traditional Zulu bit of things. So they'll use white people. So they'll come in my dreams. They'll be there explaining things, and then there'll be my ancestors explaining things traditionally, right? And as well, if I were to look at it, like I'm saying, is association, association. Like I'm talking about spirits now, but sometimes remember that we meet these people. We are around white people, so we are bound to see them in the dream state because we see they are there with us every day, right? So if you meet them, if you have a white friend, she'll come in your dream state. If your ancestors want that person to explain things to you because they know how you relate with them, they will use them. So it cannot come as will take away the omen that you're talking about. We'll take it away. But if you want to look at it in the historical point of view, you can look at it as in the meeting between the different people. The Africans and the Europeans didn't come in a positive way. So it can be looked symbolically as that, right? But it's not like that for us. It's not like that for me. When I see them in my dream, they don't come like that. And I'm married to one, so my ancestors and the family, when they're meeting together, my family and the family, when they're meeting together spiritually, I'll see white people and black people because, you understand, even my husband. So if he comes in the dream, and if I'm using your 10, it will be like I'm looking at a bad omen, right? But do not dismiss what you're thinking about, because when we're looking at this historical point of view, and we are trying to explain things in big terms historically, we can see that what you're coming up with. Anyway, okay, so let's see. We were talking Tarulo, Makhosi Tarulo. Okay. Tobela, can I ask you if you see a man in your dreams with white cloth and says you are the god of the river, Umudimu Wanoka, what does that mean? What does he mean? He means Umudimu Wanoka. That's what it means. The message was there, right? Umudimu Wanoka. So you have to ask. You ask the same person who told you Umudimu Wanoka, then you have to ask which Umudimu Wanoka, because there are too many Badimu Wanoka. So you have to ask the name of that Umudimu Wanoka, right? For you, for that person who came to you, because there are too many of them. When I'm saying there are too many of them, there are too many Badimu Badinoka. Like even the ones I'm talking about, the Abalozi, if we were to use the language, we'll say Badimu Banoka. If we were to talk about Mandawi, Badimu Banoka. If we were to talk about Nzunza, Badimu Banoka. And we were to talk about others, Badimu Banoka. Remember, there are different names, different people, different water spirits. So Badimu Banoka. Then they have to explain themselves to you. And Awakwe, Makhosi, Awakwe, you're welcome, Tariro. Yes, you're welcome. Okay, so how are you guys been getting on in this? Remember that when we're talking about dream interpretation, remember that your dream interpretation should be, you should really understand what is happening with your dreams. When it comes to interpreting dreams and the certain people that we see in the dreams, we should not just say that just because I said my people, when they come in this way, they are this. Don't take it that your people as well, they will come in that way, especially when it comes to water spirits. Remember, water spirits, they will use different people. But a lot of us, they will use certain kind of people that don't look like us, especially when they want to separate themselves from others. So they'll use that. And when they use those people, there is a reason for it. So it is how we look at those nationality people, right? Like if you look at sometimes spirits will use, remember that even the way we think about the people that we meet who are not like us, there is something that we think about when we think about them. As a collective, I'm not talking as one, as a collective, the way we look at them, right? The spirits will use that information but correct us somehow to give us a message using those kind of people. But when it comes to spirit as well, remember that spirit doesn't discriminate. So as people will discriminate due to meeting people and people messing us up, so we'll start automatically using the language that we understand when we are looking at these people, because they give us the memory which is not good. So we'll have an association that is in a bad way when we think about certain people. But spirit doesn't do that. When it comes to ancestors obviously, remember that they are for our survival. Our ancestors are for survival. Spirits are there to give us the knowledge that the spirit does have. But our ancestors are for our survival. In order for us to survive, so they have to remind us of the certain people, the memory that our ancestors hold of certain people. So they'll use it when they're talking to us. They'll use it so that we don't forget that. Remember that if we forget that bit, we won't be able to survive, because we'll continue making the same mistakes that they have made when dealing with those particular people. So they have to keep on reminding us. So when they're reminding us, they might bring the language that sometimes we don't want to hear, especially when they're talking about the people around us. They have to tell us the truth. Ancestors have to tell us the truth, whether we like it or not. They have to tell us about the truth about the people that we are meeting. And sometimes, as people as well, remember that we forget. We forget. When I'm saying we forget, a lot of us, we forget, right? We forget. We get too excited, start kissing, and start forgetting what your ancestors have gone through. And then your ancestors will remind you. And then when they remind you, they won't remind you in a good way. And I'm concentrating on what Nomatemba was talking about there. So remember that when ancestors are using people, they are not going to use people the same way as the spirits will use the people, especially when they're giving you messages. Your ancestors will be being honest, as in lived experience. The spirit will be inclusive based on the spirit is supposed to be. Ancestors will be honest about the situation, right? The spirit will be honest about the situation, but they will be inclusive. So the source as well will come in with forgiveness. Forgive, because forgive for the soul. But remember that your ancestors will always be there for your survival. They want to make sure that bloodline continues. The spirit will keep on feeding you things. Use this trick, use this. This will work out. This is very good for you, and stuff like that. Ancestors will say, yeah, we've done that as well. Where were you, the spirit, when we were experiencing these things? This is like this. It is as it is. Look at me, I'm dead, I'm an ancestor. You are spirit, you're still continuing. But I come spiritually as an ancestor due to certain things that have happened, which were realistic. You've seen that they happened to me. I'm being like a metaphorical, but not metaphorical. This is the reality of things. Anyway, let's talk about what's happening there. Dineo, Makhosi Dineo. Okay, I dreamt walking, that is Tariro, walking, and I saw the Grim Reaper, a person besides me, ask who I was, and I replied and said that is the Grim Reaper. Then he came to me and said he's rushing to a mission. I woke up confused. Why will we meet the Grim Reaper? and I wasn't even scared of him. Then I thought about how I once dreamt of someone dying, and I prayed so much for God to give him a bit more time. Is there such thing where a person actually is able to negotiate death, or is just different spirits messing with me? Negotiate death in what way? Um, negotiate death in what way? Please make me understand what you mean. Negotiate death. Explain it the right way for me. I think I understand. I think I have an idea of where you're going. As if you were meant to go, you can ask for some time, or if explain yourself, because they do happen, those things. They do happen. They do happen. When you're looking at, when your people are showing you different lifetimes, different things repeating in different lifetimes. Let's say someone dies. Actually, I need to explain this. I need to explain this in the video on Zoom. Someone dies in this lifetime, then they come back. They want to continue to correct what has happened in their past life that they couldn't. So they're coming back. They don't want to become ancestors and lie down in the ancestral realm. They want to come back to try again. Like they become like Makhosi Abalozi to try again, right? And along the process, because remember that you have seen what went wrong before you died. Now you want to correct a little bit of things that have happened in the past, right? I'm talking about past life. I'm not talking about past life, like 2020, things that have happened in 1990. No, past life, before I became reborn, reincarnated into me, right? So you probably, let's say you know that you couldn't do your things. You know that you're supposed to go. Remember that a lot of people, they know when they're about to go. Some people, they will actually even prepare you. Remember that the soul has gone through different stages. Some people, they are really aware of what they are here for. They don't have time wasting around like us. We have to be awakened during spiritual awakening. They know, they were born, they knew what they are here for. So they focus on it. So when the time comes, they know they are supposed to go. They can negotiate like some more time, please. I still want to do this. Just give me another year. Give me another 2 years, right? That is negotiating. That's how I'm thinking of it. If that's how you're asking. Yes, and but some negotiation they can't be changed, especially when it comes to you see it with a lot of people who have gone through proper mental illness, like real mental illness. And ancestors are trying as much as they can. They're trying to negotiate to see if they can help that person, and they're unable to do anything that they can. Spiritually, you can see ancestors working differently with different spirits and the source out there, and actually explaining that they are all working together to save that person, but they are unable to do it due to it just is something that cannot be done. It cannot be changed. It is as it is. Even them, they give up. So yes, certain things can be negotiated, certain things cannot be negotiated, because you would have been given warnings and warnings and warnings. Yes. Anyway, I don't know much about the Grim Reaper. Okay, I don't know much about the Grim Reaper. Like the way I pray, begging to give the person more time. Okay, then meeting the Grim Reaper and okay, and being so okay and peaceful with you. I don't know much about. I don't have that much information about the Grim Reaper. I don't have association. I dreamt my not only association. I don't have any. I don't have anything. If I'm when you're saying Grim Reaper, I'm thinking about a film, but I don't have any association. or anything that I can say. I don't have any association. I dreamt my cousin burning what could eat me. I was sitting with her and sisters. Suddenly, I saw her dress burning, but she didn't see it. When I alerted her, she stood up and the fire was going up. What's happening with her in real life? It's not nice to burn like that, isn't it? Because healing from the burn wound is not a nice thing, isn't it? So what is happening with her in real life? What's happening with her in real life? These are the dream. Sometimes, if things are happening to people that are not pleasant, they'll use certain things to show you. It's like she's going through something like this. Then you think about it. The people you were with in that dream, did they see it happening, or they were just watching it happening and no one was doing anything? Or even you watching it, how did you act quickly? Then it will show you that even in real life, if she's going through a lot of things that are like a burning dress where it bends and it goes into the skin, and it's like the bent dress attached to the skin. Can you imagine what will come out of that? Having to heal through that, the burn wound. Imagine having to deal with that. Yeah, talk to her, find out where she is. Remember that if your ancestors are able to get through to you, you remember you share ancestors. Sometimes they are unable to get to her and they are able to get to you. You need to talk to each other and see how you can help each other. And sometimes you see, even in the dream, that you were not the one helping her. Someone else in the dream have helped her. So now what it shows is that if you can't do it, that person as well, if you reach out to them, you might ask if they've heard from her or stuff. That means that might be the person who might be able to help her in real life. So some dreams are just, they're just playing a setting, but it's the real life things are happening. That when the person is dealing with them, their pain, remember that is symbolically a burned wound. You know how long it takes to heal. Now, it's no longer metaphorical. Think about it as physical. If someone is going through a lot and those things are like a burning, something she's wearing that burns her, right? Burns her. Remember, it's a dress. You can literally just take it off, throw it away. But then if it is burning her and she's unable to take it off, but it's something that she can be helped with. It's simple. A dress, burning dress. Ooh, it's burning. Take it off, throw it away, right? It's easy. The metaphor is showing you that whatever that she is going through, or whatever that she might go through. When I'm saying she's likely to go through. It will come as in like a burning dress, something she's wearing that is her dress, that is burning her. And then after that pain, we'll be nursing people. But you can take the dress off, throw water on her, cold water on her, which will, I should not be advising in that way. I should not be advising that way. But what I'm saying is not too bad, whatever that she's going through. Remember that when they're showing you things, you need to tread carefully when you're talking to the people that they're showing you, who are experiencing things that they might need you to help, right? Tread carefully. Don't go saying, I've seen you burning through the dress. We need to talk like healers, people who are our ancestors, they trust that they're giving us message. They're bringing them is in metaphorical. Now, when you're talking to that person, you have to ask, because remember that they're showing you is that what she wears, it is something that she has. But then what burns her? What is burning her in that dream? What is burning her? And from which house is that thing burning her? You're getting more information. From which house? Where are you where she's getting burnt? Remember, if you go to this place, you are likely to get burnt. But if you don't go there, if you stop that bit from happening, it won't happen. Right? The fire, let's say my ancestors are showing me my cousin going to my other cousin's house, and they've got a fire, but they are burning things there. It's just a fire outside. And then she's walking there, and then all of a sudden her dress catches the fire because of her awareness were not good. Her dress catches the fire. She's burning. Remember that they showed me that she got burnt where? In the other cousin's house. They're not saying the cousin is burning, doing other tricks. No. But going there, she's likely to, metaphorical, going there, she's likely to, right? So we just have to think about it as in to correct it. You try to put the fire and it got worse. What do you think you did wrong there? What do you think you did wrong there? Think about it logically. What do you think you did wrong there? How did you try to put the fire off someone's dress? Remember, if someone is something is burning, some things you pour water and the thing will go, right? Wooden thing will go. But some things you pour something and then you make it worse. Due to other things around. There's wind there blowing, there's other things, there are chemicals in there, they make things worse. So what did you throw at her? Or what did you try to do? What did you do yourself to make it worse? Then when you're talking to her, you remember that in the dream you tried to stop the fire and you made it worse. So then you have to, when you're talking in real life, you have to be aware of that thing, that you're likely to create more harm, right? So you need to correct yourself. Physically, when you're communicating, correct it, or whenever you're trying to stop the fire, you need to be careful that you are likely to do the wrong things. So remember, you need to try and work out what it is that, what created that fire to be worse than the way it started. Due to you, what did you do wrong? So you correct it in real life. Okay. Makhosi, Ntokozo Makhosi, yes. My sister, my sister was pouring water. Okay. I tried to cover her with a blanket. It got worse, covered her. Okay. So there is a fire going on. Yes, it means that was not the right thing for her. Maybe that blanket was not good. Remember that some clothes, they are not good in that. Remember that some blankets are good, meaning that when you stopping the fire with it, it doesn't have any air blowing in it. So when you cover the fire, it will just stop the fire because there won't be any air going through that fire. The blanket will just stop the fire. But some are open, meaning that the blanket is likely to get air through it. So when you're covering the air coming through it, now you're doubling up the fire. Have you actually tried that? It's something interesting to watch. Okay, they're not coming here. Okay, it's bothering me. I can feel that the message, I can feel there is a message, but I don't know what. Okay, the message is here, right? The message is that your cousin is experiencing things in real life that is likely to be like something like that fire thing. That sometimes you might try to help meaning that in order to stop whatever that she's going through, at the moment you're not strong enough, which you might need your ancestors to teach you how to actually help someone who's actually experiencing difficulties. So at this moment, if you were to help her, if they've shown you this fire yesterday, that means if you were to help her with whatever that she's going through, the way you talk to her and the advice you give her might actually light up, make her even worse, make her actually burn even worse, because you are not able to tell the difference between which one is the right one to stop something from escalating. How to the language that you use might not be able to stop the things that she will be telling you when you're giving her advice from escalating, like the fire escalating, therefore burning her even worse than the way she started, if you were to give her advice. Now, all you just have to do is just ask your ancestors, because it's simple. They showed you that you're likely to do this, create more harm. Now, all you just have to do is you ask your ancestors, please show me, how do I deal with this kind of thing? You've shown me that if someone was experiencing difficulties, I'm likely to create even more harm, because like you showed me, like I was throwing the blanket and I thought I was helping, but from what you were saying is that I've created even more harm. So how do I stop myself from creating more harm? Teach me how to be able to be of assistance, especially someone is going through difficulties. Because with fire comes the burn. With burn comes having to come with you, the healing people. When we come in healers, we healing people's wounds. Some wounds, they come like as burning. Some wounds, they come in as in step wound. Some wounds, they come in as different things. The way we heal them, a burn wound might take, depending on how much damage someone has been burned. So it might take us healers a longer time, if like what you created there, more harm. It might take us healers a long time to heal someone with that burn wound, metaphorically. Now, if you want to help someone, you have to ask your ancestors to teach you how to actually stop that from creating the burn wound, how to stop it from escalating, so that we don't deal with the aftermath of that fire, the big fire that you created, right? The wound, the burned wound. You know, when we're saying we are healing wounds, and a lot of us, we talk about inner wounds, inner something. So when ancestors are trying to show us the kind of person we are dealing with and what kind of wound they're coming with, they use things symbolically, like it's like a burned wound, like someone has been burned like this. That means when you're healing that person, it's not going to be as bad. But then when it's a step wound, then you know that the step wound, it takes this long. Or when you're dealing with that person, when you're healing them, it's going to take that long, like a step wound will do, a burn wound will do, right? So that's why they use that. So we burn, we suffocate, what happens as well? We burn, we suffocate. A lot of things happen. We get wound from different things, right? Different things. So the aftermath is the healing bit. The healing bit is the one that is the problem. So we don't want people burning too much, so that it takes a long time to heal that person. That is, I was answering Dineo. Okay. Oh, you understand. That is good. We want you to understand. Long time, Gogo. Good to see you, and good to see you too, Ndogozo. Speaking of new blanket, I was given a blanket by an unknown lady wearing yellow shoes. Oh, that sounds beautiful. That sounds beautiful. That sounds beautiful. What kind of blanket was it? You're gonna be feeling the warmth. That's beautiful. You're being given yellow, but yellow comes with a lot of cries. Yellow comes. What kind of blanket was it? Yellow comes with the chakra that needs to be dealt with. What kind of blanket? And they want you to feel warm. We are not saying anything here, Spo. It's a beautiful thing that someone wants you to be covered, especially in winter. Some of us, we are in winter now. I need that blanket. Hey, but was it what kind of yellow was it the quite like a heels, yellow heels? We're gonna start talking properly now. We are relaxing now in the Ndumba. We are relaxing now outside the Ndumba. It was in its cover. It was in its cover. Okay, I couldn't see. Okay, in its cover. Wearing yellow. Interesting. Interesting. It's interesting. Remember, these people, they come in different ways. Even when they're bringing in things, they're bringing in their things. And blanket as well can be a gift, isn't it? It can be a gift. Wearing shoes, yellow shoes. Interesting. Oh my gosh. Wow. Okay. That's nice. It is nice. I hope you'll be feeling nice as well. Yellow always comes with a lot of cries. Hey, yellow comes with lots of cries, guys. I have to be honest. It comes with lots of cries, meaning that before whoever that is revealing whatever that they are revealing to you, hey, you go through some things. They actually work on that bit, that bit of you, the solar there. They work on the solar system, so things can come and brighten up, properly brighten up. Right? They really work on you. That's nice. That's nice. That smile on your face makes me wonder. Please do share some. There's nothing to share. I'm just saying that people with yellow always cries. They cry a little bit before they get excited. They do. They go through spiritual cries. Remember that it is a normal thing. When things are being revealed to us, we tend to remember that some people they don't cry, isn't it? Some people they take it. When things are being shown to them, they are shown nice things. There's nothing to cry about. They're excited and stuff like that. Very, very strong things that are happening in their solar plexus. So there's nothing to cry about. So they are not emotional like others. But I've yet to see one who hasn't. You be the first one, Spoke. If the heels comes in nicely like that, especially when they're ancestors as well, and they create it. Actually, they are showing you that we are about to say like they are saying the noise. You know the noise that the kwai makes when someone is walking. The heels. Hey, Shem, that's nice blanket. You're gonna be covering yourself nicely with your gift. I'm going through it as it is. Does this mean they'll comfort me after this era? Yes, it looks like you got a gift, isn't it? You're gonna be unwrapping that blanket. Yes, just enjoy your moment. Remember that when it comes to things that they're being shown to you spiritually, as in dream state, even the way you're feeling, live through it, experience it, Experience it until you, whew, like, whew, everything is good. You feel good, and then you continue. You go on properly, right? You, whew, we need to experience this. Gosh, this thing started to make me feel. It's a heavy, this thing I'm wearing on my head. It's very heavy. Oh my gosh, I forgot. I forgot. I made myself coffee and I didn't even drink it. I didn't drink. I'm trying to pick up my beads with my foot because they fell down. Anyway, so how are you getting on apart from the crying people, the emotional people? Remember, it's good. It's good as a spiritual person to sometimes have to laugh, because we laugh, we cry, we are neutral. We laugh, we cry, we are neutral. Some people, they don't actually cry. They just are neutral. Some people are so lucky. Some people, they're so lucky. This one is too slow. There was not a noise from the quack though. I'm feeling all the feels. Okay, I'm not laughing. Remember, I'm not laughing. I'm just sometimes when I'm receiving, I laugh. As painful as it is, I know and trust my joy comes in the morning. Yes. 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 Actually, I was talking to someone recently about this. That we're talking about healing. Like, why do we have to go through these things on and off, on and off, on and off? The healing bit, right? Where they have to keep on going back to your solar plexus, and sometimes going back to your throat chakra, going back to your heart chakra, going back to your sacral chakra, to your root chakra, to your third eye, and all these things. When the negative things are being revealed, you go through those down moments, right? Down moments where you literally hate this journey. You actually hate it because of the things that they are revealing, isn't it? So we're talking about it like, why do they have to do it like that? Why don't they just do it one and for all and finish? And I was saying, thinking about my own journey, right? I was saying, even though we will love to just do one thing at a go, just finish, like, show me everything that is very, very bad with me, that I need to heal, to deal with, and finish, and then they have to continue going with me being my happy self, right? You want that, isn't it? Some of us want that. Sometimes they're showing you things they can't just. I was using the house being dusty, and as an example, I don't know if it is the right example, but I was using the house being dusty, like very, very dusty, and you're cleaning it, which is metaphorically, a house can be just you, isn't it? As in the mind. So the house being dusty, and they are cleaning it out. You've got all the windows open, you've got the doors open, and you're cleaning it. You don't have a mask on. So what happens to you, the cleaner, is that when you're cleaning it, the dust, you might inhale too much of it. So what you do is you come out of the house so that you can breathe in nicely, because it's too dusty for you, because you're not wearing any mask. So it's the healing journey. So sometimes they show you everything that is wrong, like as in the dust metaphor. There's dust in there. You can't, even though you're cleaning the house, you don't want to be inhaling and affecting your lungs and all that things. So you need to come out and have a breather. And then when you're ready to come out and finish the cleaning, yeah, I know some of you are thinking, why don't you splash water there and there, so that the dust is not like too much when you're cleaning? The dust is not like hey, I'm using what I can use it as an example. Anyway, let's talk to someone. There's always saying something. There was not advice from what? Okay, I know. And okay, I'm born crybaby. I'm a I'm a Lillian, but strange enough, I'm not crying a lot over this era. Okay, tell me about numbers in the dreams. Been getting a lot of those lately. It is not random numbers. It is tags or amounts, dollars, and uh, how are they coming? How are they coming to you? How are they coming to you? How are they coming to you? Uh, how are the numbers coming to you? Tags on what? Spiritual numbers. It depends. It depends. It depends. How are they coming to you first before I talk about other things? All right. How long have we been here? For an hour. We've been here for an hour. I need tea. But we've been talking for too long, right? Okay. We're still waiting for Spot to talk about her tags. Spice up this one. While waiting for Spo to tell us about the amount, Spo is gonna be rich. Let me just quickly just boil the kettle. I need to make myself coffee. Otherwise, I won't be able to function properly as I'm supposed to function. I need to get myself back into the live sessions. And doing live session without drinking tea or coffee sound like it's not me, isn't it? So we'll come back. I'm about to just boil the kettle and I'll be with you. I'm back. Yes.
Mother, Father said you're ugly because they said that people that wear makeup are ugly in real life. Can you believe?
I'm doing live session and you're talking about me being what?
Can I please be in it real quick? I just need to tell everyone all the world
About what?
about what Father said. Let me get
Uh,
here. Right. Excuse me, people. First of all, Father.
don't say things like that here on my live session. It's either you're gonna come here and talk about nice things about ancestors, or you just don't have to be here. I'm trying to bend this last bit of pep. It's refusing to bend. Oh, my coffee. I need to get my coffee. I need to get my coffee. I am back. Okay. All right. Someone is saying, okay. Gogo, I so wish I could ask you some interesting question private about the Abalozi spirits. I hear you. Privately, when you're talking to me privately, I'm bound to go too spiritual and not be like when I'm live here. But privately, you can contact me if it's a consultation. Right? I used to do it. What I've realized with private conversation, even if it's just advice session, right? Just free advice session, it drains me. It drains me. When I'm here, at least what I give the advice, at least not only one person will get, a lot of people will get something from it. Unless if is a consultation, you're welcome to contact me privately. Because I like to do my things the right way. Even if I say, oh, I'll talk to you for 5 minutes, let's just see. I'm going to end up talking to you for an hour or two. And then I realize, ooh, I've actually been like in consultation with you. It's no longer like a quick, it means this, it means that quickly. Anyway, I was answering to those. Remember, I do consultation, meaning that you get a lot from me and my ancestors and my spirits. But otherwise, you can ask here, and then a lot of things that you ask, they can be shared with lots of people. Anyway, talking about that, let me answer someone who talked. Someone asked me something. Someone said I'll answer it here. It's not the dreams. It's not the. Oh, last time we spoke for a while. So if you have spoken to me before, that means we'll share a lot of. We'll still share. Our people would have connected. So yes. talk to me. Talk to me. If you've spoken to me before, that means you still can talk to me. Anyway, I wanted to answer someone here quickly while we're doing this because I've got time. I'm going to do this. Oh, I'm going to actually do this as a, because I don't think this live session, I'm going to be putting it private. And because I'm trying to do that, unless if it's something that I'm going to go the way I used to do things. I want to answer someone about a question. Who was it? Okay, it was from the video. The video on the Mandawi one, the pooping business. I'll just answer it here because I have time. Hey, Albak is still here. I'll answer this question. Okay. Okay. When you step on, this is related to the poops, right? You know, when I'm talking about poops, it's like I'm talking about something nice, isn't it? It's like I'm talking about something nice. It's related to those poops. It was like that when you're stepping on it, barefooted, right? And which is not nice. Or maybe you are you're sitting on the toilet and you find that someone has done the pooping, right? Let me just answer that properly so that I can crop this or I can turn it into a video. Okay. Where is that? I do two things at the same time, isn't it? Oh, that sounds beautiful, Ntogos. That is sound beautiful. Wow. That sounds beautiful. Really, really beautiful. That sounds beautiful. Yes, it sounds beautiful what you're talking about. Really, really beautiful. Remember that we initiate our spirits in different ways, right? The spirits are initiated in different ways. So, and it's not one size fits all. They are not initiated the same way for everyone when it comes to spirits, right? They are not initiated the same way. Oh, it sounds beautiful. It sounds beautiful. Remember that as well, Abalozi as well, they've got their ranks. They are ranked as well. Abalozi spirits are ranked. Even their beats are different. They are ranked. There are some people with Abalozi spirits that are like the posh Abalozi spirits. When I'm saying posh Abalozi spirits, now you know that my language, right? When I'm saying the posh Abalozi spirits, I mean the special Abalozi spirit. They're different. You know, like they want to be treated differently. They are not like some of us, our Abalozi spirit, they are just the kings and the queens of the sea water, and that is it, isn't it? Some, they come in with their own things, even the way that they are treated, they want to be treated differently. So when you're saying judges, it makes sense. It makes sense. That sounds beautiful. It sounds beautiful. It sounds beautiful. Yes, they'll show you how they do their things. They'll do their things in their own special way. Remember, don't rush your spirits. Just let your spirit do things the way. The only thing that you do is you just look at your timeline. The timeline will help us, especially when we are dealing with others, that you can always correspond it with yours and see if they are similar. When we're looking at timelines, this is how I do things myself. When I look at my timelines, that helps me when I'm helping others to see if there is a pattern with the spirits or there's a pattern with ancestors on how they work with us and what makes them take this short time, what makes them take this long time, what makes them do these things and stop and then continue. So you use it as in to see the patterns, what is actually happening spiritually, so that you'll be able to explain your things. That's why I always encourage people to look at the timeline. When the moment that they appear, make sure that you put it down. And the moment they come back again, put it down so you can see and see how long they're taking, and especially those who still haven't yet and don't understand them properly. You can tell when you're looking back, when they say they're finished, you're looking back, you can see that they appeared like this, they appeared like this, they appeared like this. You can always tell, you can locate them in your dreams, right? Especially if you're not yet talking to them. If they haven't yet started talking to you. My battery is running low. I need to get my battery. Hey, I need to get my battery so I can just. I apologize. I'm gonna be doing this and stopping doing this. But remember that we're just talking, isn't it? Okay. All right. I said I was gonna answer. I was gonna answer the dreams about that other one. Okay. I'm gonna do it on a video here. So you're gonna see me looking down as I'm making a video and talking to you as well. If you're still there talking to me. Some beautiful, some beautiful. The interesting part is they healed me with Amanono spirits, yet they are not done. Wow. Wow. Some beautiful and others. Some beautiful. Some beautiful. Wow. You had Amanono first, and then you. Okay, some beautiful. All right, as I'm talking to you there, let me just do this one as well, quickly, to answer our back. But because I'm gonna take, I don't want to be cropping this video, I'm doing it here. Tobelang, the conversation is about the number twos, the poop. I know that a lot of us don't like talking about poops, right? But it's beautiful, especially as a healer, to know what poops are all about, right? Remember that I think I've mentioned this before. Remember that we clean people's houses, right? That means you're a healer. We are midwives. That means we help people give birth in those dreams. Spiritual babies, meaning that ancestors, when they're in their infancy, Now, people come to us because they've got problems, meaning that they are tainted. They're tainted. Look at the video. It stopped. It stopped. It stopped. That one just stopped. I was recording and it stopped. What happened there? I was not recording. I was actually on a thing. I almost said something that is not nice. Okay, I'll try again. Second go. Let me put it up there so that I can look up. So I don't look like I'm looking down. Okay. We have two phones together. You guys can see me doing videos. I'm answering Aobapi, but I need to answer it as a video so I can post it. So you guys, you used to have poop dreams and they were very disturbing. Okay, all right. We all are pooping. We are poopers here. Anyway, Habi doesn't like me talking about this poop business. He actually doesn't like it. But Tomela, yes, we're going to talk about poops again, right? Poops. Remember that the poop that I talked about today in the other video were Mandaway's poops. That means the Mandaway warning poops, like when they're saying, like they're warning you. So Mandaway spirits, they warn us in different ways. They, especially for those who needs to work, the warning is, it comes in as if things are coming out, like you can't control them yourself. Like those, like you just, it's like it pops out of you, right? I'm talking about poops. So these are Manda warning because it's like a, right? That one that cannot, you know. But when we talk about the general poop kind of thing, as healers, right? Healers, soon to be healers, remember that we have to help people. We have to clean people's butts. Some people, they do damage all over the place. So we need to be coming in with the cleaning things, you know. We have to come with the cleaning things to come and clean, right? When I'm saying cleaning things, we can't, there are some things, some smells, we can't smell them because we have been trained not to smell bad things, to take every smell, every odor as in is good, even if it's bad, right? People come to us because they need to be cleaned, right? So we need to not judge people, right? If someone comes and you can see that they have been pooping all over the place, pooping in other people's houses, pooping everywhere. So we still have to take them because remember, we are for the community. We need to heal and we need to help people and we need to tell people not to do that, right? Some people, they come and they step on the things that people have left, like poops on the street. You stepping on it, and your shoes now. You take that smell thing. You take it to the house, right? And you step on things. Some people they don't take shoes out when they get to the house, right? So it's on the carpet, on everywhere. So we, the healers, come in to clean, so to make the house clean, right? And to actually even clean the shoes that the person has stepped on their things. Metaphorical, I'm talking about, I'm not talking about real life. I'm giving you real life situations, but metaphorically, we need to clean. Some shoes can come in as gifts. So we need to even, they taint their gifts with other people's poops. So we need to come and clean them. So this is when we are talking about the istritos, the people, things that people leave outside. Or people go and start pooping all over in people's houses, pooping in everyone's things where they're not supposed to. They become like those, dogs that do it everywhere, that are not trained, right? So we need to clean. Now, sometimes as a healer, you have to be aware. You have to have awareness skills. So awareness skills mean that, remember that as a person who goes to clean people's houses, you don't want to go there cleaning, even in the bathroom. And when you get there, you, instead of cleaning where you're walking, you see the poop has been all over the place. You're stepping on it, and you, as a cleaner, you need to make sure that you don't step on things that are dirty. I'm talking about metaphorical. So you need to tread carefully. You need to be aware of everything around you. Even when you go to the toilet or stuff, remember that they're just showing you that your awareness, your awareness skills are not right. So if you go to the toilet, metaphorical toilet or toilet in physical life, like real life, you sit on the toilet seat that is already tainted. That means your awareness was not right. Why would you do that in real life? So spiritually as well, they're showing you that your awareness, or if something doesn't look right, you don't have to mess yourself up while in the process of trying to relieve yourself. Sometimes you need to squat, right? Metaphorical, squat, so you avoid being tainted. You don't want to take people's dirt and take it home, right? Or take people's dirt and then make you smell. You smell by association, for the fact that you were not aware enough to avoid being in a situation that is going to damage you and your reputation. I'm talking about metaphorical poops. Now, when I was looking at the dreams, that was more to do with ancestors showing you, when they're teaching you, remember, as a healer, you need to be taught that when you are going to, people will come, they'll show you actually as a healer, right? People will come to you, as in they'll come to you for you to help them clean themselves, because they've, like even what I'm talking about, the healers who cannot do their work, and Manda, we are showing them that now they're going to do this. And sometimes they leave it for too long that it becomes too smelly. So they come to you for you to cleanse them. So sometimes they will show you people coming in because they've done things that are wrong, right? They didn't wipe themselves properly. They've done the wrong things and they didn't wipe themselves properly. So you as a healer, you have to, they'll show you having to give them tissues to wipe themselves so that they can wipe themselves. Remember that you're helping them. A healer is a helper, isn't it? This is metaphorical. Something that someone could have managed to do, they're unable to do. But you as a healer, you're helping them clean the mess. Right? The mess on them. The mess. Remember that some are intentional. People, they step on things intentionally due to their lack of awareness or their lack of the way some people, they'll just get so excited about things that they'll actually even follow people without looking down to see if the road is clear. They'll follow people looking up, they're not looking down, and they step on the things they're not supposed to step on. That's where you come in as a healer. So you'll have to come clean them, right? That one, it comes in negatively, as a negative thing. Anyway, poops comes in negatively. But we just have to learn that this is a teaching dream where they're showing you that as a healer, you're going to be cleaning people. I mean, seriously, you're going to be cleaning people. And you, the old and the young, you're going to be cleaning them. And you are not supposed to behave like it is something that is not normal, right? You've decided, you've chosen it, that you're going to stand in all the filth to deal with it. So you're coming in to clean the mess. I'm talking about healers. You're coming in to clean the mess. Now, as a regular person, one thing you're supposed to do is avoid that mess. Avoid it. Avoid it. Avoid stepping on other people's things. Remember that normally, a lot of people will be going through a lot when they step on that. And someone comes in, they show that person is just stepped on it. So you're going to have to clean them. You just have to look at where they've messed themselves, where that mess. Remember that it is not theirs. There is one person's mess. You know when it is someone's poop, you can tell that this is the person has soiled themselves. But then there's the poops that have been done by others intentionally. Someone just put there as a trap for someone to step on. So you have to come in as a healer to clean the mess, right? To clean them. They will teach you how you're supposed to do it, right? But awareness is very important as a healer when you're in the process of cleaning the mess or in the process of you discarding your mess as well. You need to hold it together, right? To hold it together. You don't want to mess yourself while in the process of discarding your own mess. That is what the ancestors they tend to want to show us. You don't want to step on it in the process of cleaning it or in the process of discarding your own, right? Don't step on other people's one because you wouldn't want to step on yours, right? As a healer. I was just being metaphorical. I'm just saying that we are supposed to clean these people's poops. We're supposed to clean the messes. We're supposed to clean all those things. That is that is how a healer is supposed to be functioning. Unfortunately for others, it's a fortunate thing for us because cleaning means that you're getting paid to clean. But we're supposed to avoid it, right? We're supposed to avoid that bit, the messes. Anyway, that is just that. I was answering that. Teaching is we as healers learn to go and help people clean, right? So you will see yourself helping people clean, especially those who put themselves, right? That is teaching as a healer, being taught how to deal with it. Now, teaching is be aware that we do not want to soil ourselves while you're cleaning someone, soil your clothes, right? You have to clean, you have to wear protective gear to clean someone, to have someone clean. Wear protective gear when you're cleaning someone's house, especially when the house is full of that mess. Especially when you go into their bathrooms and stuff like that, right? It's metaphorical. They're just using the setting as we know them and the way things we know them as they are, and showing us that we need to do that, right? That is just all. It can be cleaned, and your people will show you how to clean it and what to use to clean those things, right? Everyone has got their own tricks, the recipe, how we clean all those messes, right? That is all. Topic. And how are you guys there with the disturbed people? I was talking there, I was doing the video about the cleaning, answering it there, but I'll post it. I had a dream of horses being carried close. Okay. I had a dream of horses being carried into my car, 3 white horses. I got scared to drive the car because I thought the horses would be aggressive. Luckily, they were very calm. Oh, that sounds beautiful. I had a dream of being carried into my car, 3 white horses. I got scared to drive the car because I thought the horses would be aggressive. Luckily, they were very calm. Sound beautiful. And you're driving them. Okay, where are you driving them to? Sound interesting. And you're driving, that's beautiful. Yeah, sometimes we think the West, but it's not as what we are thinking of. Okay, it's interesting. I wonder who are the horses? What the horses symbolize for you? Who are they? Okay, Ntokozi is saying also, when I eat pork, they bring back those dreams, but it differs by some going in my mouth. They bring back the you answered your question there. You answered your question. You answered your question. You answered your question. You answered your question. So that means you're doing something you're not supposed to be doing. Gosh, the eating dreams, the meat eating dreams, they are horrible, especially if you're not supposed to. Certain things you're not supposed. Remember that everything, when it comes to food, there are things that we are supposed to eat. In real life, we don't eat. We look at them in particular way, or they mean something to us and our ancestors or our spirits. And when we do something that is wrong, that we wouldn't do in real life, and we do them in the dream state, or maybe when there are people are showing us we shouldn't do it, when they show us in the dream state and we're doing it, like meaning that when they're testing us in the dream state, we fail in that test. the aftermath will be something negative, isn't it? Negative. So it happens to a lot of people. Okay, all right. So what's happening there? It is as if I had gone to buy chicken from a drive-through. Then I got the horses. Huh? That's interesting. I no longer touch pork. Okay, you shouldn't touch it. You shouldn't touch it. You shouldn't touch it. Whew, you just reminded me of my dream when my Mandawi were teaching me about that. They were telling me that remember that everyone, there are people who tell them what their diet is supposed to be and what their diet is not supposed to be. Not everyone is like me. I work with a lot of people who chowing meat, and they will be chowing it in front of me. And my ones, they really didn't want it. They don't. Hey, they don't want it. They don't want it. So when they were showing it to me, they were not showing it not in the disgusting way that they also were showing it with the pork. But I guess it is disgusting as well. So they were showing it to me as in anything that I eat, meat, whether it is normal meat or even in spices. I was not doing the other bit. I wasn't doing the other bit that comes out of the bag. Mine were things that comes out from, things that comes out of the mouth. Actually, I guess it's the same thing. You're purging. It's either you're purging in the mouth bit is purge, the bag's bit is purge. It's the same thing. I guess it's not the same, but it's similar things. But it was nasty. It was nasty when they were showing me. It was nasty. It was nasty. It was nasty. It was nasty. I stopped eating meat. It seemed okay. What's happening with Makhosi Abalozi? I stopped eating meat. It seems off all the time. I try to eat it. So I stopped. Yes. 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 I haven't eaten meat since 20. Apart from that the sweets that they put gelatin in it. That is the sweet that I've eaten without actually knowing that I was eating meat. But now I watch out for anything, even with the sweets. I read the label. I stopped eating meat. I think 2020, early 2020. That is when I stopped totally stopped eating meat. If not end of 2019, when I was in the midst of the spiritual awakening. I haven't touched it. It doesn't mean I don't miss it. I miss it. Actually, I like even the smell of it sometimes, especially tripe. You know that smell of tripe when it's not cleaned properly and when you're cooking it. It smells so nice. I love that. I used to love that. Tripe. Just sitting down. Hi. Makhosi Abalozi. You guys are reminding us of things that we're not supposed to be doing. Anyway, so we've been talking to each other for too long, and that was far. What the hell is that? That was far back. I have the problem with alcohol. I hate that my people want me to drink it. Okay, that's interesting. That's interesting. If people want you to drink alcohol and you don't want to drink it, that is when you need to talk to them. You need to talk to them. Why do they want you to drink alcohol when you don't want to drink it? I know that certain things we do. Remember that ancestors as well at the early stages, they must still be operating as, so they need to spiritually grow with you. Certain things cannot be done. Certain things cannot be done. Remember, this is the thing, right? People, this is the thing. Some ancestors, they used to drink, smoke the mutsokos, those ones, the ones that people blow, stuff like that. They laugh. Some ancestors, actually, they wouldn't talk. They wouldn't even have a conversation unless if you have your hand like this and you're drinking the traditional beer. Because that's what they used to do when they're sitting around with others and talking about important things. So when they come, so you know that you want to be holding on to something, to be doing what they used to do. But it's not a must. Remember that ancestors can be taught the same way as we are taught to understand them. They can be taught. But some of us, we love doing traditional things the way that we do things. So we'll continue with that. But when it's something that you don't want to do, if my ancestors show me, some ancestors, when they're coming in, my great something, if they used to smoke, snuff, and when they come, I start doing this. Because that's what is that one who used to, before they talk, they need to, you need to talk to them. 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 When they're saying there is what they call it when they're doing those trials with pills, when they're trying to work to see if something that they give people will work as it's supposed to work, and when they're giving someone something that it looks like it is it, but it doesn't have anything, so they are trying to tell that what are the effects. Are people what they call it, those things, they give you two pills. One is got all the properties, one it doesn't have anything. It's like a fake, one is not fake, but then they want to see how people are going to react. So meaning that they're going to check to see mentally if you are taking something and you believe that you're taking something that's going to heal you, you're going to feel healed. Or when you're taking something that doesn't have anything, but you feel that you're taking the right thing, you'll be healed. Meaning that they're checking to see if the experience of believing in taking something that is going to help you is going to come out the same way as the something that is got something and something that doesn't have something. Right? I forgot what they call it. Even with ancestors, that can be done. Meaning that if your ancestors love taking these things in Kombucha, is good. Do it. They teach you how to do it. You do it. You create it for them. Like some of us who don't drink, when we are around the Mkomboji drinking ancestors, when they're giving it to us, we are taking it. We take it. We don't drink it. We take it, and we say how we are thankful, ancestors. We are drinking with you, but I don't drink, right? And you put it down, but you accepted, right? The acceptance is the principle. You accepted what you were being given. You show appreciation. And you show this is how you are encouraged. It's not we would love to be part of this dancing party, right? We are with you. We are doing that, and you put it down. It's not drinking, but you're showing the appreciation in the way that the ancestors will appreciate it as well. It is, you don't have to. I mean, there are a lot of things that ancestors show us. If we were to do them, we'll be dead. We'll be dead. We'll be dead. We'll totally be dead. Anyway, I was answering Bali about alcohol. Please do the things. Show your ancestors you're appreciating you, because remember that you're not only doing it for you. Even if you don't drink it, someone might come and might want it. So your ancestors would have taught you that it's done and it's drunk like this. So you don't do it, you don't drink it yourself, but you're doing it for someone who might appreciate it. But some of like me in my Ndumba, we wouldn't bring alcohol because we don't do it. Even ancestors who come and they want alcohol, they will have to be set down and be told that in this, we don't do that, right? We don't do that. It is a normal thing. We don't do it like that. It is like you are introducing them to the system, the new system that they are not used to. So that is where you see a lot of us go to schools with ancestors so that we can learn about our differences and how we can work with each other, right? When it comes to things like this, meaning that to talk about how to do it properly, the right way, so that the others are not inconvenienced, others are not inconvenienced. But a lot of us, the beginning of the journey, will find that we do, even me, I used to do like, I used to have this ancestor who used to walk with stick. So every time when he comes in, I'll want my hand will want to hold onto a stick. But you have to teach them, that you're not going to be walking with stick all the time. Come on now. Ancestors, remember, I appreciate and I know how you are like, and I know now when you do this symbol, I know that you have the stick person is coming in, so therefore I might not be able to walk as I'm supposed to walk. But remember that let's work with each other. Anyway, I was just giving you an example there. They go as okay. Let's go back to that session so I can read from here, not able to go far. I was doing the thing here. Okay, they go as far as showing me in dreams, Mkomboti, and damn, it smells bad. I like the smell. If I don't drink alcohol, I feel so thirsty and water doesn't help. Oh, I hear you. I know what you're talking about. Can Komboti replace this alcohol thingy? Magobongo replace this alcohol thing. Remember, you need to be careful with Gobongo. Because some ancestors don't like Gobongo. Some they like it, and they have to be done in different ways. You are not drinking you are not drinking the Mkomboti to psychologically jump out of the mind, the logical bit of yourself, to go spiritual, right? Because if that is the case, then you need to talk to your people. Gobongo is a different thing altogether. It's a different thing. Gobongo is like trying to work on jumping from the physical, from the thinking bit of things, as in mind, jump out of the mind to the spiritual bit of things. So stabilize things, so there's no confusion there when you're in the spiritual bit of things with Gobongo. Alcohol is a different thing, right? Taking alcohol so that you can get drunk and go spiritual is a different thing. That one, I don't know. It will be a problem if that is the case. It will be a problem. Because we are dealing with a problem which is alcoholism. As people, we are dealing with it with our communities. So if our ancestors encourage that bit, then we need to work on ancestors. We need to work on ancestors. You know, okay. We need to work. We need to stop things that, especially when we are trying to deal with the things that are affecting what our communities are dealing with. We need to work properly with ancestors to stop the things that other people might do them, using ancestors, saying that we're doing it for ancestors, therefore putting themselves in that way where they become alcoholics. They start doing things they're not supposed to do inside Ndumbas, using the ancestors' name, and then being unable to deal and help the community who are affected by the same thing that they're doing in the Ndumbas. So we need to work properly with ancestors to avoid that. So that is just that. Anyway, so we've been talking for too long, isn't it? We have been for too long. So we will talk again, I think. This video, I'll put it on a pause for a bit, and we'll talk again. And it was nice talking to you and your ancestor spirits and guides, and getting us back into the spiritual bit of things, right? And we'll talk again. And Makhosi.